needs to be quiet. Guys, we gotta film. Listen.
Werner Erhard once said, "Responsibility begins with the willingness to be cause in the matter of one's life. Ultimately, it is a context from which one chooses to live. Responsibility is not a burden, fault, praise, blame, credit, shame, or guilt. In responsibility, there's no evaluation of good or bad, right or wrong. There's simply what's so, and your stand. Being responsible starts with the willingness to deal with the situation from your view of life. No one can make you responsible, nor can you impose responsibility on another. It is a grace you give yourself, an empowering context that leaves you with the say in the matter of life." This quote talks about responsibility, something that has been enforced ever since you've been very little. When you turn 18, you get the responsibilities of a million different things. You're really into adulthood. You can vote, you can serve on juries, you can get married, you can sign contracts, you can join the military. 18-year-olds seem to be adults in all but one category, and that category is alcohol consumption. After the Prohibition, states restricted 21 as the minimum legal drinking age, or the MLDA. Between 1970 and 1975, 29 states lowered the MLDA to 18, 19, or even 20. This occurred when minimal age activities such as voting were also being lowered. This remained until about 1980, when they were then again raised to 21, the age it is currently. I believe that the age for alcohol consumption should be lowered to 18. I believe this because 18-year-olds are given so much responsibilities, just like the ones I stated prior. So why should they be revoked from this one? My second reason is because if young adults are not taught to drink in moderation, they'll end up binge drinking when they do consume alcohol. Binge drinking is when you consume 5 or more drinks in a short period of time, and that could lead to alcohol poisoning and even death. Lowering the age of alcohol will make it less of a big deal, and it will be more of something that's done in moderation, and it won't be done in chunks. The last argument is that we should lower it because it's lowered in other countries, and those like the United Kingdom and Canada, and those countries don't have as many problems with drinking as we do. In the United Kingdom, kids are allowed to drink at age 5 under the supervision of adults. They're taught very young about the experiences of alcohol, and they're able to deal with it. Why we can't drink at the age of 18 is just bizarre. Once you turn 18, your whole life changes. You can vote, you can fight in a war, you are no longer considered a juvenile. But for some reason, you cannot drink. I did a survey throughout my school, and it showed that 93% of the people that I questioned had had a drink of alcohol before they turned 21. The United States government will tell you that those people are being irresponsible. But are they? Is there some secret ceremony we go through when we turn 21 that makes us responsible drinkers? We go to some sort of party, you look around and you'll see kids that are under the age of 21 and are a little bit drunk. You also see kids who are of age and that are really drunk. You also see kids who are underneath the age of 21, are being very responsible about their drinking. Face it, age doesn't determine whether you're responsible or not. It never has. Enforcing an MLDA of 21 is expensive and inefficient. Drinking is still a major problem among teens. It will be more effective to spend that money on educating the youth about how to drink alcohol safely and properly. Teenagers get a bad rep about drinking alcohol, especially in college, for the so-called binge drinkers. A nationwide survey showed of students at 168 colleges and universities found some interesting things about the underage community. 93% of the people they surveyed have never gotten a lower grade on a test or quiz because of alcohol. 98% have never gotten in trouble from an administrator due to excessive drinking. The media gives all college students a really bad reputation. They give it all as a party and a frat party, when it's really not. In reality, college students are continuously practicing safe drinking habits. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse Institution of Social Research of the University of Michigan, the proportion of non-binge drinkers in the United States had reached an all-time low. This cartoon talks about binge drinking and how people are continuously binge drinking throughout the night. It says, I don't know who gets involved in all this 24-hour binge drinking. I'm usually absolute after 8. It means that everybody is drinking and they need to stop. We need to teach kids that they don't need to drink in complete chunks. We need to teach them to drink in moderation so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. College students drink way less than what people think, and they're for the most part responsible drinkers. So what can be done to lower the age to 18 again? These underage students show that they can handle the responsibility. It is outrageous to overlook that and maintain such a blind law as the current drinking one. Europe has no drinking age and doesn't have the same problems as the Americans do. In the year 2008, from stats I found at drugwarfacts.com, 37% of all car crash fatalities in America were due to a drunk driver. 39% was in Pennsylvania. The highest state was South Carolina, with an astounding 49%. In the United Kingdom, that number is a remarkable 18. Clearly, the United Kingdom knows how to use alcohol more efficiently, all starting at age 5. In DARE, we learn in health about how alcohol is so terrible for you, and you should never drink it. But once you turn 21, drink as much as you want. All that money is wasted. If that money was spent on exposing us to alcohol and teaching us how to use it properly, so if we do choose to get in a car, we wouldn't hurt anybody. We should use a license system in America. Once you turn the age of 18, you will be able to drink properly, and you will get your drinking permit. And then, once you get out of high school, you'll be able to get your drinking license, which will allow you to purchase alcohol and safely. I believe with this sort of system, America will be much more informed about alcohol. There won't be as many alcohol-related crashes. Turning 18 is a great change for anyone. You're finally all grown up. You can vote, you can join the military, you're able to change the world. Allowing 18-year-olds to be responsible as they have shown they are by using alcohol. Because 18-year-olds are so responsible, because we need to stop a huge binge drinking problem in the United States, because we have enough proof of the efficiency the United Kingdom has when they allow them to drink young, we should allow 18-year-olds to drink as well. Alcohol is a huge problem in the United States, but it doesn't have to be. By following these steps, the United States, the 18-year-olds will be able to receive the right they deserve. They'll be able to exercise it properly and safely. Help me show the world that 18-year-olds are way more responsible with alcohol than you think. No one can make you responsible, nor can you impose responsibility on another. It is a grace you give yourself. It is a grace we should be able to show through alcohol. Thank you.